Hello, hello. Yeah, we're back to Rimworld, post-release of Anomaly, with a brand new playthrough. With Star Sector wrapping up, at least the current Star Sector playthrough wrapping up, I decided to start something new. So meet our colonists. Now, we are doing a kind of special scenario. Our five colonists here are soldiers of a vast interstellar empire that sent a conquest fleet here to this far off planet at the edge of known space. And these five were the only ones to make it. Their leader, Lieutenant Eric Steiner, 24 years old. He was a child soldier and became an officer as he grew up. He's quite skilled at combat and decent at social. He's got some passions in construction and crafting as well. His second in command, Philip Walther, known as Bear, who is a he grew up as a starship scamp, then became a inventor for the military. He's quite skilled at mining and intellectual, and decent at crafting as well, though he doesn't really have a passion for it. Private Browning, who is a line infantryman, quite good at shooting, decent at mining and construction, okay at crafting. Private Hensley, who is a military gunsmith, is quite good at crafting, also good at shooting, and has a decent medical skill as well. And Private Kelly, who is the cook. She's a military cook, quite good cooking skill, decent plant skill, and a little bit of medical skill as well. Now they all got pretty good skills because, well, they're the only ones out here. They don't realize this yet, but they've been abandoned. They are they are the only ones on this crusade. And we did go ahead and make a ideologian for them, the Eternal Crusade, which is supremacist and human primacy. They have quite a few little things here, but essentially they believe that. One second. There we go. They believe as the empire they came from did that humanity needs to spread across and conquer the entirety of known space and unknown space as well. They managed to get here with a decent supply of food, some basic gear, and some basic building supplies, but this is all they're getting from at least their own empire that sent them here. Little do they know they're the only ones that made it, and that, well, they'll find out later that the empire they used to serve is completely gone. But now they're here and they got to make the best of their current situation. So first off, we're gonna go ahead and throw down a stockpile zone that will eventually build that up into an actual warehouse. And let's go ahead and I think we're gonna build at least some basic facilities into the mountain here just for its defensive properties. Let's go ahead and mine a little bit into here, and then we can maybe start on some basic rooms. Everybody will start hauling all the supplies over here. While Browning gets started on the mining. Basic priorities, of course, is just, shelter Shelter and basic facilities to start. Oh, wait. We hit compacted machinery. Excellent. Now, I did have a look, go ahead and... I did go ahead and have a look around. This place is quite rich in mineable resources. So at least early on, we're going to be getting a lot of good stuff from mining. Now, we should probably also, real quick, make a dumping stockpile zone, like, let's just say out there. So we can order these things to be hauled out of here. Now, I believe we might just go ahead and use some wood, as well as some more, just chop some more wood out here to clear some space, because we're not going to build totally into the hills here. We'll have some more secure facilities that are inside the mountain, but we're going to be probably end up building all over this place eventually. Alright, getting that nice and mined out. Starting to get some trees chopped. I am going to go ahead and take a quick pause here to assign some work priorities. Alright, there we go. I think that's the work priorities pretty much sorted. Now let's see about walling in our warehouse, at least with a wooden wall. How much is that going to cost us? It won't be too bad. It'll be a significant portion of the wood we've already got, but that'll at least keep our goods somewhat protected from the elements. And let's go ahead and assign them to put a floor in there as well, even if it's just packed dirt for now. And let's go ahead and cut out another section of wall here. No, that makes sense. I'm being a Dumbo. So hopefully we can put some sleeping spots down here pretty quick. Have enough room to, at the very least. It ain't gonna be much, but this is day one. Day one of the Lost Crusade. Then we're gonna go ahead and just put down, for now, sleeping spots. Then as soon as they've got all that hauled away, I'm gonna prioritize cleaning this place up, so it's not absolutely terrible. It's still gonna suck. These are military people, they can handle it. Alright. Get through the night and see what tomorrow brings us. Hopefully better accommodation. Oh yeah, we better make a mess hall pretty quick. Now, everything's hauled over pretty much. Looks like it. All right, excellent. Now, should probably start equipping some of these people with weapons. So we're gonna give the commander one of our las carbines. Now you want to equip your combat knife as a sidearm there, buddy. Everybody came with a combat knife. Do I have to drop this to count it as a sidearm? We're gonna give, I believe Bear is the one with the least amount of shooting skill, so we're gonna give him the shotgun. And then he is going to also equip his Ceramite combat knife as a sidearm. Now, we need to get these boys doing something here, so we're gonna wake everybody up. We're gonna wake everybody up. We gotta clear out some space. Now we want a proper barracks in here. If we want to build a proper barracks, we're gonna have to clear out some space. So everybody's sleep is getting disturbed today. And then also, let's see about I want to clear out an actual room for it before I start putting too much production stuff down. What are we gonna have to do to set us up with some basic power? Wind turbines. The wind turbines take up a lot of space is my only issue with them. We might wait to put electricity down until we can put up a little solar farm with some batteries, maybe some geothermal power since we have a couple geothermal vents right here. Right now it's all about just getting the basic infrastructure put together. Oh. Alright, well, there's some fraternization going on in the ranks. The leader is taking Private Kelly, the cook, as his lover. We'll see where that goes, if anywhere. But hey, we will need more people for the Crusade, so. Alright, let's get that out of here. Get those hauled away. And then let's go ahead and get rid of these sleeping spots for now. We can... Yeah. Furniture. See if we can get some basic beds put down. And let's go ahead and put a steel door in here. Give us at least a modicum of protection. Excellent, excellent. Now, we're going to want to start another little tunnel here, which is going to lead to where we're gonna do our basic production and such. And we might as well, we still got 560 wood. I think we should build ourselves a little dining area. And it is actually gonna have a floor. Gotta try and make people happy. Make sure we're hauling everything out of here too. Oh, Hensley's at a minor break risk. For a lot of reasons. That's okay. This may not look like much now, but eventually it's going to become a veritable fortress. These aren't great options, but there we go. This will get everybody off my ass about not eating with a table. Or eating without a table. Let's get through the next night and get things back to making progress. Alright, it appears our fearless leader has decided to wake up in the middle of the night and start work on the dining room. Apparently he wants it just as much as everybody else, or maybe more than everybody else. We're making progress. Alright, we got one chair down, he's working on the table. One thing as well, we want to make sure that our soldiers are well armed. They're fairly well armored with their standard issue gear there, but we gotta ensure that we're ready to stand against any foes. We are soldiers after all. And despite the setbacks of only 5 people making it to this crusade, and this, sure we'll find out soon enough that this planet is full of pirates and bandits and hostile tribals and primitive humans at about an Iron Age level of technology. But we shall. Sure, there's going to be many trials and tribulations soon for our intrepid soldiers. Just a few days into their 2 days, in fact, into their Great Crusade, and we do need to get more wood. So let's go ahead and put a chop wood order out. Get our people deforesting. And we should probably also eventually have them smooth out the walls in these places, so it doesn't look quite so crap. Our soldiers may not have made it here with that many supplies. What they did make it here with is a decent amount of their standard issue rations. So food isn't the most immediate concern, luckily. basic infrastructure and facilities is right now the most important. We do have a few extra uniforms, weapons, and a small amount of standard issue medkits. Also, we're gonna go ahead and slap a simple research bench down here. Why is it saying outdoors? That little gap there, we can fill that in. We can fill that in momentarily. Our commander's already gotten to work here, smoothing out a little bit of this, but and the troops are bringing in some more wood. The dining room is almost complete. There it is, complete. We need a research project. Now, we only have a tiny amount of the technology that we would normally have. So first thing we should probably do is maybe get some power. Some batteries going. And what are we gonna do about this little bit right here? Well, first thing is probably just get a basic stone cutter's table. So we can make some stone blocks and get that sorted. A few of our soldiers are still up smoothing out some of these walls. This will take time. Quite a bit of time. Quite a bit of time indeed. Alright, we'll go ahead and let them rest. We'll be right back. Alright, as per usual, the commander is up early to have his standard issue ration and get to work. Now, just in case, we do have a little bit, but just in case, I want to make sure that we're getting some more wood. So I'm going to go ahead and give an order for that while we have the other orders ready for construction of our stonecutter's table and such. We'll go ahead and we'll put another steel door up here. And then as soon as the stonecutter's bench is ready, we're gonna have somebody start making some slate blocks, and we're gonna close that little gap there. Alright, excellent. Let's go ahead and make slate blocks. Who is our crafter again? I believe it's Hensley? Yes. So, need you to prioritize cutting us some stone blocks. Wow. Show is out there cutting some wood. And Steiner and Browning are smoothing out the walls in the barracks. Alright, we do have some slate blocks. Let's go ahead and... It ain't gonna be the prettiest fix for now, but we'll... go ahead and give an order to shore that in. Excellent. Now this is considered indoors now. let's go ahead and give the order to... Actually, let's mine this little bit out. This will give us a little more working room. Nearby activity. Whoa. We've spotted some nearby activity. It's a scouting party from Goatstown. Now we're right here. There's a scouting party. They are scouting against these guys, or a group of hostile tribals. These guys are neutral settlers. So we'll see if anything comes of that. We're fine with human settlers, but crazy tribals. Okay, the scouting party of the tribals is marching here. Let's make sure everybody is armed up. That show needs a ranged weapon. So she'll get the last las carbine. She's not a very good shot, or a very good melee fighter for that matter, but she's still a soldier. I don't know what direction they're going to be coming from, but we will eventually get some very nice defenses set up, but for now we're just kind of winging it. We're just doing what we can. Now eventually I'm going to want to build a bigger warehouse to store our goods in it and have some like storage shelves, pallets, etc., etc. And then we'll build a separate separate storage for food. That is probably inside the mountain. There we go. We're getting that mined out. Excellent. Go ahead and mark these to be hauled out of here. And we're making progress. Things are coming along. Now let's see. See if we can still see here. Not seeing the scouting party anymore, but we'll see if anything comes of that. We're not afraid of a night raid. No siree. Got no reason to be afraid of a night raid. Now, we should soon start thinking about planting some basic crops. So I am going to go ahead and make a growing zone for just the basics. You know? Rice. Boring old rice. And hopefully by the time that grows and gets harvested, we might have some refrigerated storage. We shall see. Wow, for once, Steiner isn't the first one up. Browning's up first, having himself a little snicky snack and not getting to work. Get to work. We got a lot to do. Not a lot of time. Well, we got nothing but time, but I mean, you're burning daylights just sitting there. I believe... Yep, show should be getting on that farm sooner rather than later. She is indeed getting on that farm sooner rather than later. Because we ain't gonna be able to live off of our rations forever. No, sir. No, sirree. Now, let's see if we can maybe fit some more stuff that we're gonna need. I mean, I would like to upgrade to electric stonecutters and etc. pretty quick, but and nothing we're gonna be able to really use. We haven't even researched smithing yet. Bear, you need to prioritize research more. So, research is gonna get priority 2 for you. We're behind on technology compared to where we should be, being that we're just a handful of lost troops. We need to get up to a decent level of technology. Yeah, our barracks are still considered awful. Anything we can do for that? I don't have concrete or anything. Oh, what about slate? We only got 95 slate, and each one is going to take 4 slate if we do slate tiles. It'd be about the cheapest. That would be about the cheapest, so let's go ahead and order more stone cutting to get done. If we want to improve the looks of this place beyond just smoothing out the walls, we're going to have to put some floors down. What do we think the local settlement should be called? That is a good question. Alright, well my Latin still may be terrible, but we're gonna go ahead with Castrum Perditus. The Forgotten Castle. My Latin may be terrible, so correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, Google is no help when it comes to Latin. Zero help. Zero help at all. Well, before we give orders to smooth this room out, I think... Methinks I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, we got a heatwave. Luckily they're spending a lot of time inside. Only who is spending time outside, and it hasn't gotten that hot yet. It's only about 33 Celsius? Isn't that about? Oh, we're creeping up towards 40 Celsius. No, staying around 92. Oh, that's gonna get hot. All right, excellent, lovely. But I think we are gonna go ahead and build another kind of an add-on structure, I guess, to the warehouse here. That is gonna be like the main. Actually, now, hold up. I'm gonna redesign this real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Went ahead and designed it a little bigger. We're gonna make this basically our research area. We're gonna move that in here. This is gonna be our kitchen / production room for now. Once it's complete. How do you botch construction on a dirt floor? A packed dirt floor. How do you do that? That's silly. Looks like they're not gonna quite get it done this. Oh no, they got. Steiner comes through again. He gets it done. Then we'll go ahead and give orders to reinstall that, as well as go ahead and put ourselves in a butcher's table and a fueled stove for now, as well as that, and then at least until we can get electricity up and running, we'll put a passive cooler in there. We'll put one in here, and these rooms definitely need one as well. All right. Otherwise, everybody's gonna be having a real bad time. Real bad time. We don't want everybody getting heat stroke. That'd be bad, okay? Alright, we'll go ahead and come back when everybody starts waking up. Alright, Steiner, as per the usual, is the first one up and first one grabbing his ration can and getting to eating. Now, Hensley, I actually need you to, once you put that down, to start working on these passive coolers. Priority goes to places we actually, like, spend time. There we go. Battery. Done. Let's get solar panels. Then as well, we're gonna go ahead and mine some of this out so we have a nice even little corridor there. We're even gonna mine all this out a little bit. What is this stuff actually? Is this adamantium? Alright, well that is super great. Brandon, how about you how about you put that passive cooler together? Do something useful with your life. There you go. Lazy bum. No. Prioritize getting that stuff moved over. Who's getting heat stroke? Well, get out of the frickin' heat then, you dingus. Did not just say get out of the heat? I should go clean the dining room. It is hot as hell. I think we're also gonna need one of these in here. Still 90 degrees inside. It is hot. 116 degrees. Nobody's having a good time. This probably be all the more reason to prioritize getting electricity. We're gonna go ahead and just default that to the hidden conduits. Otherwise, we're gonna be, if we don't get the heat situation at least somewhat under control here, we're gonna be having a real bad time. Yeah, these ones are staying about 63 degrees. That's pretty good, but these ones are having a bad time. Being a little more exposed to the elements. With these ones just being freaking underground. Now, I think we should really prioritize getting a battery bank set up and starting to run some conduits through here to give us some power. So, I think... How much... Okay, we got a decent amount of slate now, so let's go ahead and go... let's get this mined out first. But it's hot as hell out there. I don't want to send anybody out there for any extended period of time. Not with this heat wave going on. We want to keep an eye on everybody right now to make sure that nobody's going into heat stroke. Alright, it's cooling off now that a little bit now that it's nighttime, but it's still 105 outside. It's like 41, 42 degrees. It's like 42 degrees Celsius. My brain is still bad at conversions. Alright. But alright, we will check back in when everybody starts to wake up again. Alright, Bear is the first one up this time. Trying to set some sort of precedent, I'd guess. Alright, well, these have managed to equalize now, and they're now a decent temperature. Still 90 plus degrees outside, but that's not that new. That ain't that new. It's permanent summer in this part of the world. It's always gonna be hot. At least then we don't have to worry about spending power on heating. We got a frickin' pack of rhinos hanging out over here. We'll leave them well enough alone for now. Get all these chunks of granite out the way. Once we've got this cleared out, I think we're going to kind of build a battery bank building right in here. I don't like making them out of wood because, well, fairly obvious reasons, most likely. If one of those batteries blows up, we're having a bad time. Alright. Group of pigskins from the Moyle-Wollock Treaty showed up. One of them's got a gun, and one of them's got a knife. And they're both screwed. We'll let Bear be. Guess then Steiner and Browning. And Hensley. They are gonna try and head him off at the pass here. And that's not the way they're heading. Head him off down here. It's not really much cover here, but fall back to the rocks. Fall back to the rocks and let them have it. Alright, letting off the fire. Oh, he took a lasgun shot. Come out of cover to finish him off. Spread out. Give him the business. Problem solved, problem staying solved. Go ahead and undraft all of them. Take that steel knife. Be sure to extract some skulls. We'll take that volcanic repeating pistol. I don't care about the wooden mace. Steiner, go ahead and finish him off. Problem solved, problem staying solved. Take their skulls. Take their skulls. Displays that... That's what happens when non-humans attack us. Or, rather, not fully humans. Alright, Browning, buddy, you need to, like, get inside. Soonish. How much you, should go take a break, buddy. Nothing. Yeah, go clean the barracks. Get out of the heat for a little bit. My brother in Christ. My brother in the Emperor. Anything I can order him to do that is just inside. Nope. He just wants to be outside, I guess. Browning, how about you go work the stone cutting bench for a little while. You need it. This heat wave is really putting a hamper in our ability to get shit done. Really is. It's freaking 120 degrees outside. We're reaching real ridiculous levels of heat here. We're reaching my summer in the fun in Iraq levels of heat. Alright, we're gonna cancel that mining order for now. And we're gonna have... Let's see here. Let me see if there's anything I can put together real quick that we can have our people do to not be suffering out here in the heat. Alright. Well, due to our limited tech, we're not dealing with a whole lot right now, so we'll at least put a chess table and chairs in the barracks. And that'll give them something to do that's not out in the heat. God knows how long this heat wave is gonna last. God Emperor knows. It's not the 40k Imperium, alright? We're just using their aesthetics and weapons and armor, and everything else is legally distinct Imperium. Legally distinct. Alright. One thing I wanted to check too, it didn't give us an opportunity to actually name our faction. I want to make sure it didn't just auto-name it, so I will be right back on that as well. There we go, I was able to do it. We're no longer just known as New Arrivals. It's actually known as the Lost Crusade now. I had to Google that real quick. I had to turn on dev mode and all that fun stuff. So, people should be waking up here fairly soon. We are now at 6th day. Things are coming along, but we need to really up the technology game. Now, I think maybe between go-arounds here, while I do a little, all the little touch-up work I do between episodes, I might just give our people some of the basic technologies that people of this level of civilization would have. And we've got a raid. Blue Bramble Bandits. One bandit with a gun. Well, you picked the wrong place to raid. You picked the wrong one. Should just need the 3 of them to handle it, as per usual. It appears they're coming around this way. Nope, they're coming around this way. Let's get in position. Oh, there's 2 of them. 2 of them, both with firearms. So let's go ahead and get to cover. We should really build some basic defensive emplacements right here, so this seems to be the choke point. This seems to be the one they like coming through. Oh, 1 down already, alright. That one's already taken some hits. Alright, enemies down. Some more weapons to take, and some more skulls to take. Another victory. Small victories, but victories nonetheless. But the enemies of the Crusade shall rest forever on skull spikes. And we will end up probably attaining quite a corpse collection here, but adherents to the Eternal Crusade don't really care. Doesn't really bother them that much. Now, we could build a crematorium, but that would require electricity. So, oh yes. Let's get these hauled out of the way. And I think we're gonna build the battery room right into here. Let's go ahead and, even though the heatwave is still on, let's get some room for some batteries mined out here. Yeah, this heat wave is still going strong and not having a good time, but now we have solar panels. Alright. Geothermal power is something we're going to want somewhat in the future, but that's a lot of research for right now. So we're going to go ahead and start going down the normal line, smithing, then machining, etc., etc., etc. We can actually make things. I know, what a concept, but the hell is that? What the hell was that? Alright, let's go ahead and slap a door on there. Steel, of course, is all the doors into our in the hill portion of our buildings will go. And then we can go ahead and throw a large battery in there. Get that roofed in. It's gonna need it. We are using the hidden conduit? Yes. Because God, I hate conduits making the colony look like crap. So I use the hidden ones. I don't remember what mod it's from. The mod list for this playthrough will be out eventually. I've got to trim. I gotta trim things out of my like workshop subscriptions for this that are out of date, and figure out for sure which ones are, you know, working with that. So oh, they're just straight mining that out. Well, we'll have to redo these walls then, but that's okay. But I think we've hit almost an hour, so I think that's gonna be about it. This is just the start of how things are gonna go for the Lost Crusade. So thanks everybody for coming by. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even comment, maybe even subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.